Assalamu alaikum kids. Well, this is your English teacher, Ms. Javeria. I hope that you all are having a great week. Today, we are going to study a very interesting topic, tenses. My dear students, tenses is a category that tells you about the time reference with reference to the moment of speaking. We further divide tenses into three categories. Let's see. The three basic tenses are the present tense, the past tense, and the last one is future tense. These three tenses are the basic tenses: present tense, past tense, and the future tense. Now let's take some examples from these tenses. Present tense, I laugh. Past tense, I laughed. Future tense, I will laugh. These three are very simple examples of these three tenses: present tense, past tense, future tense. I laugh, I laughed, I will laugh. Now my dear students, today we are going to study a very important tense today, which is present simple tense. As you can see on the board that I have made a chart here in which present simple tense is divided in some categories. Present simple tense, when do we use present simple tense? When we show the permanent actions like I live in London, the true things, 2 and 2 make 4, it cannot be changed, and some repeated actions. For example, I wake up at 8 a.m. daily. So these all categories are related to the present simple tense. Now let's move towards the table for the present simple tense. Table for present simple tense. As you can see that in the name of this tense, simple is here. So this tense is very simple and very easy to understand and very easy to pick. Now let's see the table for the present simple tense. You have to write the subject first plus first form of the verb plus s or es plus object. Now to make it more easier, let me explain you what is the subject, verb, ses, and what is an object. Now let's move towards this thing. What is a subject in a sentence? Here I will write a simple sentence and then I will define these three things. For example, Mom cooks food. In this sentence, we have all these three things which we included in the table. Here, mom is a subject. Now, what is a subject? Subject is a doer of an action. What is she doing? She is cooking something. Mom cooks food. So, here cooks is a verb. Doing anything, any action word is verb. Mom cooks food. Now, food here is an object. What is the work of object? It is the receiver of the action. Subject, verb, object. Mom cooks food. What is she doing? She is cooking. What is she cooking? She is cooking food. So these three things are here. Mom cooks food, subject, verb, and object. Now let's talk about this s. Why we have added s here? Because it's a simple verb, cook, but we have added an s here. Why? What is the concept? Let me tell you that whenever we talk about any singular noun or he, she, it, or any singular noun. What can be any singular noun? It can be any name like Ahmad, Sarah, or mom, child, and so on. So whenever we talk about any singular noun or any pronoun, so we use here an s or es. And whenever we talk about any plural noun, for example, children, students, friends, or two names like Ahmad and Ali. So we use a simple verb like cook, we don't have to add an S or ES here. We just write as cook, make, laugh or smile. This is the most simplest thing. Whenever we talk about any singular noun, we have to add S or ES with the verb, and whenever we talk about any plural noun, we do not have to add S or ES with it. Alright, now let's move towards the structure for the present simple tense. At first, further it is divided into 3 sentences. The first one is affirmative. Affirmative is a simple and positive sentence. For this sentence, we have some rules and a formula. Let's move towards the basic things. You have to write the subject first, then the first form of verb, then you have to add an S or ES plus an object. This is affirmative sentence. Subject plus first form of verb plus S or ES plus object. Now we have another sentence which will be negative. Subject plus do or does plus not plus first form of verb plus an object. I will further define you the difference between do and does. When do we have to use do and when do we have to use this does. Now we have the last sentence category, which is interrogative, which will be do or does plus subject plus first form of verb plus object plus a question mark. Whenever we talk about any question, so interrogative mean any question. So we will add a question mark at the end. Now let's repeat this structure with me once again. Affirmative, subject plus first form of verb plus S or ES plus object. Negative, subject plus do or does plus not plus first form of verb plus object. Interrogative, do, does plus subject plus first form of verb plus object. Now let's move towards the difference in between do or does. When do we have to use do and when do we have to use does? According to the name of your tense, present simple tense, it is a very simple and easy tense, and the steps for making sentences according to this tense is very easy. Whenever we talk about this do, we have to use I, we, you, they or any plural noun. Plural noun, it can be children, students, or the same thing which I have just told you, 2 names like Ali and Ahmed. So whenever in a sentence we find out these things, I, we, you, they or any plural noun, so we will use do here. And whenever we talk about singulars like he, she, it or any singular noun, for example any name or any singular noun, child, Ali, whatsoever, he, she, it, so we will use does here. So this is the basic difference in between do and does. Let's repeat once again. Whenever we use I, we, you, they or any plural noun, what will we use? We will use do here. And whenever we talk about singular nouns like he, she, it, Ali, child, student, my mom, teacher, father, so what do we have to use? We will have to use this does. Now let's move towards today's work, which is going to be very interesting and very easy translations for the present simple tense. The first one is I take tea. The Urdu translation of this sentence is मैं चाय पीती हूँ. I take tea. The affirmative sentence will be Now for making these sentences, you have to memorize the structure which I have just told you. First of all, the table, and after that the structure for the affirmative, negative and interrogative. If you memorize the structure very well, then these sentences is no more difficult for you. For the affirmative sentence, what will we have to write? This is also an affirmative sentence, so we will rewrite this sentence over here. I take tea. In this sentence, there is a subject, there is a verb and there is an object. Now let's move towards its negative part. Do you remember what was the structure for the negative sentence? Let me write once again. Subject plus do, does plus not, plus first form of verb plus object. So according to this structure, we have write the subject here. Subject I. Now what do we have to follow? Do or does. I just told you that whenever we talk about I, you, we, they, so what do we have to use? Do. So we will pick do from here, from the structure, and we will write down here I do not. What is the first form of verb here? This take. I do not take. And what is the object? Tea. I do not take tea. So now you can see that by using the structure, the sentence making is really very easy for you. Now let's move towards the interrogative sentence. Same as above, like we have written the negative structure here, I am also writing the interrogative structure here. What do we have to write? Do, does plus subject plus first form of verb plus object plus a question mark. Now we will follow this structure for the interrogative sentence. What do we have to use first? With this I, what we have used? Do. So we will write do here first. Do, subject, I, first form of verb, take, an object, tea, and with a question mark. Do I take tea? Now let's repeat this translation with me once again. Affirmative, I take tea. Negative, I do not take tea. Interrogative, do I take tea? Now you can see this, these sentence making is really very easy. It's all about the structure and the table. Now let's move towards the next translation, which is Mom cooks food. This is the affirmative sentence, so I am writing affirmative here. Now we are going to change it in the negative sentence. We will again see the structure and we will follow the structure. Mom. I have just told you then whenever we talk about any singular, so what will we use? Do or does? Do you remember? We will use does here. Mom does not, first form of verb, cook, object, food. Now let's move toward the interrogative sentence. What will we have to add first? Do or does? With mom, what we have just used? Does. So we will write down does here as well. Does. Then subject, mom. Then first form of verb, cook. Then object, food. And then a question mark. So for the affirmative, mom cooks food. Negative, mom does not cook food. Interrogative, does mom cook food? So these three sentences are present simple tense. Now let's move towards the next translation, which is father goes to office. Now for this we will change it in the negative. With father, father is the singular noun, so we will use does here. Father does not go to office. And for the interrogative, does father go to office, and with the question mark. Now here for the affirmative, there is a subject, there is the first form of verb, and we have added and ES here according to our table, and an object here. For the negative, father does not go to office. Interrogative, does father go to office? So my dear students, it was all for the present simple tense today. We have studied the three basic tenses, the present tense, the past tense and the future tense, and further I have explained you the present simple tense, its categories, its table, its structures and how to make it sentences. I hope that you have enjoyed today's lesson. I will catch you inshallah next week with another lesson. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.